We are Spud and Joey. We are best friends, dads, and realtors. We also head up a running tribe here in Salt Lake City called Run with Mojo. On the weekends, we love exploring new trails and neighborhoods together. We aren't the fastest or the most skilled runners in the world. We're just two slightly out of shape dads that love a good trail run. We love running as much for the opportunity to clear our minds and have a good laugh as we do for the run itself. As runners, we know how mundane running on a treadmill can be. That's why we created the Come Run With Us project. So the next time you're on a treadmill, you'll have a cool trail to explore and a couple of buddies to run with. No matter what time of day or where you are in the world, you can always come run with us. Welcome back to the Come Run With Us project.
Welcome back to part 2 of How Did Spud and Joey Get Injured? We're on the Potato Hill Trail in Draper. This is Draper, right?
It's Draper. Corner Canyon. One of our favorite spots because it's a nice little halfway point for me and Spud. So you get this spot a lot, but it's beautiful and it's fun. Part 1, we hiked up, we talked about our birthdays and we got all emotional and held each other, played tummy sticks.
I mean, honestly, sometimes I just need a good
tummy sticks thing.
I just need a good somebody to hold me and tell me everything's gonna be okay.
So, of course, as we do, hang on, Spud. Hang on. Come here, pal.
Is it not recording?
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Whew, because that was a good intro.
Banger intro.
Yeah.
So as we do, we hiked up part 1. We're running down part 2. So this isn't gonna be a long episode, but
I was gonna say, I think this is a good, like, if you have a decline on your treadmill, you could put it at like, a 1 or a 2 decline, and then, go up to whatever you can run at with a good, cadence.
Yeah, or go hop on the elliptical and really scoot.
Ooh, yeah.
Do something like that.
I feel like we're on a good speed. We don't have Brenner, so we can go a little faster.
A lot faster, let's be real.
I mean, we were just injured though, so we're going slower than we normally would.
That's true. So on the last episode, we talked about some of our emotional scars we've been dealing with over the course of the last month or so, because it's been a month and change since we've been able to run together.
I've only ran twice in the last probably 3 weeks because of my injury, and
me too.
I'm not gonna lie, it has affected my mental health way more than I would have liked to admit.
It's crazy how we talked about Untethered Soul, which, by the way, we're just gonna announce it right now.
Yeah,
that is our next book club book. Next time we're together and we both are through it again, because both Spud and I have read it.
Well, I can bust that thing out in a week. I'll probably start it ASAP because I need it so badly. And
there's a part 2. I think it's called like the Surrender Project. It's Michael Singer is the.
Well, there's
surrender
also
something.
There's also Living from a Place of Surrender, but it's more like a.
Is that Michael Singer? Maybe it's that one that I'm thinking.
No, it's Michael Singer for sure, but it's like the prequel to the Untethered Soul, because it's like so living from a place of surrender is kind of, it's a college course is how it's presented almost, like where he's like teaching.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it, but it took me a minute to like accept it.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you listen to Untethered Soul first and you understood his kind of
the baseline,
his energy and his vibe, like when you don't know it, he seems crazy when you listen to Living from a Place of Surrender, because he puts it into different parts and he just comes in with his kind of high-pitched googly goo voice and he's real excited, but yet he giggles, and I don't know. To me, that book, I accepted it because I'm a little weird, but I feel like you have to go Untethered Soul first and then back to that one. But after I listened to both of them back to back again, I did realize that Untethered Souls is just a way more dialed approach to that whole thing. But I think they're both worth listening to. Not for, for anybody listening that wants to, yeah. But I feel like Joey, you would get a lot out of it because of just who you are and how you'll allow those things in and you absorb it and you learn from it. But a lot of people might get annoyed by it, to be honest.
Let me tell you my most recent mixtape that I did, and it was life-changing. I did anatomy of peace with untethered soul right on its back, like bang, bang.
I think
Almost
you actually,
one book.
I think you might have told me to try that, and
It was special.
I haven't done that yet. So I don't know, I might do opposite.
Okay,
I might do
I like
untethered soul and then anatomy of peace. And I'll let you know how that hits.
Okay.
Because I love that combo. I mean, that's like Jaeger and Red Bull. That is a combo that just goes together.
Jameson and ginger ale, baby.
I mean, we all have our things.
Funny, before we talk about our injuries, now's as good a time as any. So, and this might be a whole entire episode.
It can always be a hanger if you want it to be.
It's sparking me. I feel like this is going to be way more valuable to talk about than our injuries, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Well,
why don't we just bust out I mean, I can bust out my injury in 3 seconds.
Do not let me forget about.
Well, just give me a hanger.
No, I won't. If you'll just remind me to talk about it, I'll remember.
So I'll just hurry and talk about my injury. All it was Ninja Warrior course with Graham for his birthday. We're at this place out in Eagle Mountain, and it's amazing. It's got all of his friends for his birthday are there. So of course, me being fitdad.com, because I want to be.
Yeah, you got to show.
I want to be like
your unit.
Well, because there's some other dads there.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, they look like dads. And so I'm like, okay. So I go out. There's a rope from the floor to the rafters. It's got to be a 25-foot, warehouse ceiling. I'm just busting that out, legs hanging.
Sure.
Get to the top.
Looking like Wesley on Princess Bride.
Yes.
At the Cliffs of Insanity.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
That's the only visual. So I'm hanging on the rafters like this, looking down at all these ant-like humans, 5-year-olds. And then I go create all this floor is lava for the kids, because the one match.
So that rope thing really didn't have anything to do with your injury. You just wanted to share that with everybody.
That's been part of the story for everybody, Joey. like, duh.
So that morning, by the way,
I'm talking about the whole thing, because actually that morning I did do an 18-miler. So the 18-miler might have something to do with it, because, well, and the night before I did legs. So I know this all sounds like you just said it, but no. So I did the leg workout on Friday. I did an 18-miler, and then we went to this place. My legs at this point are toast. I'm like kind of hurting walking. And so at the very end of this event, where I'm doing the floor is lava, doing the rope climb, it drops you on your feet kind of hard at the bottom. I go to run up one of those stupid Ninja Warrior walls.
Yeah.
And on my second push with my left leg, I push off my calf, like off the tip of my toes, and I just feel an instant pop.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, oh no. Like, if I don't have my calves, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Is the first thought I had. So I drop down and I go to take a step, and I cannot even put weight or pressure on my toe. Like, I cannot go into that motion of lifting my foot. And I thought I was done for. I got home, I cried.
All these dads with their dad bods snickering after watching you show off for the last 45 minutes.
Thankfully it was the last 5 minutes. And yes, I walked over and all the dads that were sitting there watching.
Have them help you out.
I was like, I think I went too hard. And they're like, yeah, you're going pretty crazy. But yeah, so that's my injury. Thankfully, I iced it. I'm a huge fan of red light therapy. I have this little red light. It's called the Loom Box. Definitely go follow the link and buy it and get us some money. We'll figure out how to do that one day. But the Loom Box,
and we'll send you a Loom Box.
Yeah, for sure. And I love it because you put it on whatever hurts, and then you can ice red light, and it was good within a day. So, 2 weeks. I didn't run for 2 weeks.
Different than a day.
Well, but that felt like it, because honestly, I thought I was going to be out for months.
Right.
Like it hurt so bad. But I think all it was I strained the muscle from the previous 2 days of like I just overworked
The
it.
2 days of just being a unit, you know, you remember the 18 miler, the rope climb, the PR on leg day, squats, you know.
I definitely should upload all my stats from that weekend and be like, see, this is why I got injured. Don't do this, people. There is a lot
And that was on, what day was that?
Graham's birthday was August. It was the Sunday after August, or before August 19th.
What my day was for my injury. But it was right at the end of July, beginning of August. And felt weird at work on a Tuesday. So yeah, that's how I remember. It was a sales meeting. Felt kind of weird.
Oh yeah, because they even sent out a message that said, hey, Joe's not feeling good, won't be a sales meeting. And then the next thing I know, I see you in the ER on Instagram.
Oh, so then it was a Monday I wasn't feeling good. But, no,
I had to be
like a
Tuesday
training.
morning because...
No, Tuesday I was there all day.
Oh.
And worked all day. Because I know because I had a breakfast burrito that was provided at sales meeting and just felt awful.
Oh.
The whole rest of the day.
So you're just thinking it's a bad breakfast burrito.
Yeah.
And what was it really?
And I wasn't able to go to the bathroom, which for me,
That's weird.
That does not happen. I'm good at that. You know, I don't got the cleanest booty hole west of Mississippi like Spud does, you know.
But it works.
You know, when it comes out, my poo doesn't make the sound of like Spud's does.
It does,
If you don't know what we're talking about, go watch the Moose Hollow episode. I talk about needing to get a colonoscopy, and Spud is just you know, his calves and his lower intestine. Those are his real claims to fame. So, anyways, feeling crummy all day. On Tuesday, I wake up, I go to bed uncomfortable. Wake up like 2:30 in the morning, and I am in a lot of pain. And I think I gotta go to the bathroom. I haven't gone to the bathroom for a couple days. That's so weird. And so I'm trying to go to the bathroom. The pain's getting worse. I'm just kind of walking around the house, trying to feel better, stretching, whatever. Like 5 a.m. rolls around. I'm like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll try some coffee. I drink like 2 sips of coffee and just start to violently throw up. Try to take a Tylenol for the pain. That makes me throw up. I'm just in it. So finally, I decided to go to the Instacare at Altaview. I wait till like, I don't know, 7:30 or 8, something like that, I don't know. And I go to the Instacare, it's not open, and the ER is just across the parking lot. And I am just in so much pain. And so, like, okay, I'm just gonna go over there, I have to. And lucky I did. My appendix was super inflamed, just about to rupture. And they got me in. There's a guy that was there that could do surgery that day. So like 5:30 at night, I had my appendix taken out.
Oh my gosh.
And the guy, can I just say, I'm super not impressed with Altaview Hospital. I mean, yes, the surgery was successful. I was not in pain anymore. I talked to my surgeon in total, even with my post-operation appointment, a total of maybe 7 minutes. Just an absolute assembly line. And it sucked because, you know, I was really dominating my marathon training. I was right on pace to do what I wanted to do and do something cool. That's gone, but I had this trip planned for 2 years to Bandon Dunes, this golf trip, and it was like 3 weeks away from that. And the surgeon was just like, oh yeah, you're gonna be fine. You can swing a club next week. Like, no issues. And it was not like that. recovery for me was really painful and drawn out, and I just, yeah, it was really kind of a miserable experience, and I was feeling sorry for myself because I had to cancel the trip, which ultimately they're getting ready for these events and whatnot. It would have been really hard anyways, but
well, and you never know what could have happened, right?
had to, and by the way, if you need a great Airbnb in St. George, 3-bedroom place, a little hot tub in the back, let me know. These hosts, these VRBO hosts down there heard my story and immediately refunded my money, even though it was a non-refundable thing.
Oh.
They were so awesome. So let me know and I'll get you their info.
That is so nice.
But yeah, so that's been why I haven't. I did, like, the following week, I was like, I'm just gonna get right back into this training. I'm not gonna lose a beat. And I went out and tried to run. It was a bad idea. And I was working too and thought I had a hernia for a while. Still not sure I don't. There's some, there's a little bump where the incision was.
Ah.
So anyways, but the surgeon was like, nope, you're in the clear. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's what happened to me.
Well, I think here's what's so brutal. Katie, like, hits me up. What happened to Joey? I'm like, I don't know. What are you talking about? Don't you talk to him ever? He's on Instagram in a hospital bed. I was like, oh. I mean, I'm not the first person I'm not his emergency contact, so I don't get an instant message, Joey's in the ER.
Depends on what it's for, but yeah.
And like, I was like, okay. And so I hurry and message you, and I'm glad you were able to get back to me and you weren't dead. I was super worried.
I had a receptionist at Altaview. I called. I was under the impression my follow-up was on a Wednesday, and it was on a Tuesday. And I just so happened to call to find out what time my appointment was at the time my appointment was.
Oh my gosh, what are the odds?
And this lady, I just said, oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed it. I haven't been feeling well and it's been hurting. And what are my options for seeing him? I just can't believe I missed this. She says, well, he's got an availability on September 4th. And I was like, what? It feels like a long ways away. What are my other options? And she got so defensive and, sir, it is not my fault you missed your appointment. That is your option.
Wow.
And I was like, gosh, I feel like something's really wrong. Even if it's not him, is there somebody else I can, no, that is what your option is. I was just like, okay, like, so, and I said this, and then she flew off the handle. I said, okay, so if I feel like I'm dying, I just have to wait till September 4th. And she lost it on me. And I hear this all stuff. She's like, look, I can squeeze you in at 9:30 on August 28th. That's it. And how dare you, talk about death and this and that to me. And I said, well, I'm just should I go to the ER? What should I do if this isn't feeling right? Can you please? And again, it's not my fault. And I'm like, lady, you're not listening to me. I need you.
I am not blaming you right now. I am not saying it is your fault.
It was one of those
what I am saying is I just want to know options, and you are in this profession.
I'm asking you. You're the person that's there to help people. She wouldn't. She'd talk over me like not my fault. And I kept trying to be like, I know it is not your fault. It is my fault that I missed this appointment. I realize that. And she just didn't. She couldn't.
Oh, she's got some trauma.
She's so in the box.
She's been yelled at so many times. Now everyone she talks to is instantly in a box of this person hates me, is mad at me. I can't. And
I got to defend myself. I'm not wrong here. I'm not wrong here.
She's always having to. I actually feel so bad for that hospital having that person as the front office person, because that is horrible. I'm trying to talk and she just kept interrupting me going, are you taking the 28th at 9:30 or not? And I said, yes, I'll take that, but click. Hung up on me. I mean, I'm not a fan of like reviews / calling people
Oh,
out.
I left a review.
I would not just leave a review. I would call and talk to like someone in charge and be like, hey, I just need you to know, like, if that's your first line of defense, people are going to have serious injuries and or die. Like, I'm sorry, but if it was me and me being in my place of panic at all times and me fearing that same shit and somebody talked to me like that, I'd be like, okay, I guess I'll wait till October. And even if the pain was brutal and I was going to die, I would sit back and I would just allow it to happen because I'd be so scared of having to call that woman back. Like, that's not okay.
It was wild. And then to go to my post-op appointment and the surgeon, I get in there, I spent not even 3 minutes in this thing. And I was like, wanted to talk through some of the pains I was feeling and just feeling super lethargic and like, it was a drag. And it was, oh, you're good, you're in the clear. And I was like, do you want to look at it? Because I feel like I've got these bumps where the incisions were.
Oh my God.
He's like, okay, yeah, and like touched my top. He's like, this was probably the worst, right? And I'm like, nope, it's the one down on my lower left. I kind of constantly have a side ache. Like, he's like, no, you're good. And I was like, oh gosh, maybe it is in my head because of the expectations you gave me about being able to swing a golf club just a few days afterwards. He's like, yeah, some people you can, some people don't. So anyways, it's like stands up and I'm like, I got a few more questions as he's like standing. He's standing at the door with the door kind of propped, like, no, you're okay. You're good. And like, then just walked out. And I was sitting there like, what
just
fuck
happened?
just happened?
Yeah.
With all of this. Like, anyways.
What is the place called?
Spud and I it's Altaview Hospital. I'm alive. There were some great nurses day of. Yeah, but that's one of the nurses
okay.
We get right before surgery, she goes, okay, and you get your gallbladder taken out. I'm like, it's my appendix. You do know that, right? I shouldn't have said anything. I should have let him take my gallbladder out.
Were they joking?
No, she wasn't. Because we could hear her in the hallway afterwards, like getting after the person that was like supposed to, I guess, prep her before she came in.
Oh, wow. Glad.
Interesting experience.
Okay, that's different.
Anyways.
Well, we love y'all. Thank y'all. Hey, we got through our injuries.
We didn't get to the thing, but it's good because I think the one thing I want to talk about is I won't forget this. I promise. I will. I should write it down. I'll write it down. Okay.
Love y'all. Thank y'all. We're sorry we're rushed, but also like, subscribe, do all the stuff because it's worth it.
Okay. Bye.